I've been hearing a word come through your evening, this word stretch, and taking us beyond just the norm or just the average or just contributing the bare minimum. And where does that whole sit in the space in terms of, one, doing what we love, but also taking us beyond, so that yesterday is not going to just be, or today is just not going to be a replication of the mundane from yesterday?
Well, I think the best analogy is the high jumper. You know, the second he goes to a high jump and he overcomes his last record, what does he do, or she do?
Sets the bar higher.
It puts the bar higher. And you don't grow at your comfort zones. You grow at the uncomfort zones. And there always has to be a balance of pain and pleasure in the pursuit of a cause. I always say, let neither pain nor pleasure interfere with the pursuit of purpose, because you need both.
Yes.
You need both to do it. If you're trying to, the people who are wanting an easy life attract the most difficulties that are unwanted. The people that go after the challenges attract the support to get them to do it.
Yes.
So I always say it's wiser to go after the challenges that inspire them. It's been biologically shown that people with Alzheimer's disease have given up on that, and people who have something that inspires them yet challenges them, they maximize their brain function.
Right. John, you talk about the comfort zone. I think it's one of the biggest misnomers in the world. It's anything but comfortable. It's kind of a place where you trap yourself in mediocrity. You certainly don't escape the average if you just stay in your comfort zone. You've got to stretch yourself out of that all the time. Otherwise, you kind of stuck.
People looking for security automatically attract events that make them insecure.
Right.
And so you might as well walk into the insecurities that inspire you than attracting insecurities that don't.
Yes.
In other words, what you're doing is you creating a future that you want, rather than letting, just being like a paper cup blowing in a car park, sort of allowing anything that's going to come your way just to come your way.
I learned from Mary Kay many years ago, and I still believe this, and that is to write down every quarter. Everybody listening right now, every quarter, schedule it right now on your calendar, every quarter, to write down everything that you're truly doing in your day. Then go through there and ask, what is the productivity and profitability of each of those items? What's the meaning? Give it a rating on a meeting of 1 to 7 or 1 to 10. And the time spent. So the productivity and profitability, the meaning that you get out of it, and the time that's spent. Then go through there and look at if you can extract 10, 20, 30, 40, even 50% or more of that. Is there any way you can extract that, pool that, and delegate that to somebody who would be inspired to do that, so you can go and produce the most profitable, most meaningful, most inspiring things? If you do this every quarter and shed at least 10% every quarter, you're going to grow a company, you're going to hire people and delegate people, you're going to increase the economy, and you're going to be more inspired to go to work, and you're going to be doing something that you love doing. And by doing that, as Albert Einstein said, exemplification is still the greatest teacher to people. So you're going to exemplify an efficient pathway to live your dreams. And by doing it, you're going to show them the same thing, because they're going to see you doing it. So prioritizing this. If you fill your day with things that inspire you, it's not likely to fill up with things that dispire you. It's that simple.
Something that we've been looking at tonight has been really the individual, and to a large extent that person that sits in that entrepreneurial space, both on this side and that side of reality. People that are aspiring to entrepreneurial opportunity, and those that are actually sitting in it and experiencing the fact that they are growing, they are developing, they are seeing their wealth base develop, and I'm sure for a lot of them they'll be ticking off. But if we're sitting with people who are sitting either because they're young, and so by means of age they haven't totally given themselves permission to be able to play in the big world, or people who have limited themselves to a mundane existence or job or career, and for whatever reason have not even given themselves permission to get out of the starting block. Where are they starting when it comes to them attempting greatness, when they have so just undercut themselves and really are living beneath their privilege, where they're really sitting at that place where for whatever reason have not given themselves the permission or the opportunity to be able to grow and develop?
Well, one of the fastest, most powerful ways I've found to expedite the growth process in any human being is to identify first their own values, and then identify who are the heroes, who are the people who are the leaders in the field that have already been there, done that, and accomplished it.
Yes.
Now, the typical model was you mentor unto them, you do the things that got them there and duplicate that. I have a slightly different model. I have nothing against that. But Emerson said, "Is envy is ignorance and imitation is suicide." It's not wise to imitate them, try to envy them. It's wise to go and look inside you where you have already what you see in them to the same degree and awaken it in your own values that are unique to you. So you're not sitting in their shadows and envying them and putting them on pedestals and living in their shadows, but actually standing as colleagues on their shoulders, seeing new horizons. So I'm a firm believer in asking a question, because the person who won the British Open last year, this is what we did with him. This is what another person, this gentleman that's gone to 20 million or whatever,
yes.
This is what we did. What we did is I'd advise people to take the top 100 CEOs, for instance, of the Fortune 100 companies in a country or in the world for that matter, and go and read everything you can on these individuals. Study their lives inside and out. Find everything you like and dislike about them. Find everything about their behavior, their patterns, and write them all down and get a dossier together. Then go in there and ask, where do I have that trait in my life? Where, when do I display it and who sees it? Where, when do I display it and who sees it? Don't ask if I have it and I need to develop. It's already there. You're not missing it. It's just in a form you're not honoring, not recognizing. So what I do is I go in there and have them identify it and keep identifying it until they can identify it 100% to the degree that they see in this person. I'm telling you, it's the most powerful way of playing on a new field of possibility. Faster than working your way up through work, but actually it's a mindset. Because nothing is missing in the person except their belief in themselves and their perceptions of themselves. So when the second they own the traits and see that they have this, I had a lady that was making $150,000, went to $780,000 the following year doing that exercise on some of the CEOs. And not only that, she wanted to do the Fortune 100 CEOs as clients because she was a business consultant. She wanted to do that. She got 39 of those people as clients within 3 years.
That's amazing.
By owning the traits and no longer sitting them and seeing them above her, but actually seeing them as colleagues. Because the way you interact with people is a lot to do with your opportunities you get in life. Yeah. So if you can see it, because in the program I do, the Breakthrough Experience, I show people whatever you see in others is a reflection of you. You may be too humble or too proud to admit what you see in them is inside you, but in fact you have it. Aristotle mentioned this back in his Peripatetic Walks 2,400 years ago. But when we see that, we have the greatness in these people that we see, we awaken it. Well, the second we value ourselves, so is the world. The second we invest in ourselves, so is the world. The second we realize we already have something, the world sees it with us.
That's amazing.
And you spoke about honoring what you see.
Honoring what you see, because many times we compare ourselves to other people and thinking we don't have something because we think it's supposed to be in the form they have it. But it's not designed to be in the form that they have it. Their values lead them to their form. Your own unique values lead you to your form. So when you think that theirs is better, you're minimizing where you already have it. And you're not seeing the opportunities and the power and potential you have, and you're playing smaller than what you're capable of being and what you already are.